linemen, UP Sports Writers Association, and coaches.
So there was enough to do that.
Yes, which kind of.
George.
A special thank you to Dickinson County Healthcare System for sponsoring this All-Star Banquet. Obviously, they're located in Iron Mountain, and they're a big reason why we have our guest speaker tonight, Steve Mariucci, who's an Iron Mountain native. So we'd like to thank Dickinson County Healthcare System for making all this possible. I'd also like to thank
Before I introduce our next coach, I want to give a big thank you and congratulations to Todd Golbeck and XL Sports for the fantastic job he's done organizing this event. It's been done extremely professional. He's been taking care of these young athletes very well, treating them like kings, treating us coaches like kings. And I feel that this event, because I think the UP gets slighted in our state all-star game where we don't get a whole lot of recognition. There's a great brand of football we think is fantastic for high school football and fantastic for UP football, and hopefully with this event that we can garner enough enthusiasm and excitement that it continues for years to come. And one comment about spending a week with these individuals, you can understand why and how they are successful and why they are the best of the best in the Upper Peninsula. It's been an extreme joy coaching these kids. Their work ethic, they come in with a great attitude. There's nobody, trying to duck this or duck that. It's been everything you ask of them, they do, and they have talent to boot, and that's been extremely enjoyable for us. So with that, I'd like to introduce our next coach from Ishpeming High School, Scott Sergila.
I'd like to introduce the next coach, Ishpeming assistant coach, Jim Waneke.
I'd like to introduce the next assistant coach, head Negaunee minor coach, Paul Jacobson.
My brother and assistant football coach at Negaunee High School, Kevin Jacobson.
Another fellow Negaunee coach, Kevin Bell.
Coach Kevin Bellafield from North Central.
First player to be introduced, fine young man that's been a pain in my side for a couple of years. From North Dickinson, Jack Audette, Captain Jack.
the next player, Pat Byer, aka The Bear, number 55 from Ishpeming.
The next player to be introduced, T.J. Black from Westwood High School, number 4.
Next player from Gladstone, Mike Cohen, number 2. Next player to be introduced is Nick Cushman, number 85, Sault Ste. Marie.
Next player, number 25, Chad Delangelo from Negaunee.
Next player, number 45, Joe Delisle from Manistee.
The next player, number 66 from Marquette, Zach Delpierre.
The next player, number 6 from Westwood, Ryan Farley.
And the next player, number 34 from Sault Ste. Marie, Pete Formolo.
Next player from North Central, Lance Gerhardt, number 79.
Next player, number 10, Richard Gibson from Pickford.
The next player from Munising, number 24, Brandon Goings.
The next player,
number 9, Corey Gagne from Nancy.
Next player from Bark River Harris, Justin Greenfield, number 18.
The next player is number 20, Casey Harris from Ishpeming.
Next player is number 97 from Nagani, Mike Hakola.
Next player is Joe Jenkins, number 78 from Pickford. Next player is number 42 from Nagani, Levi Jesus.
Next player from North Dickinson, number 75, Nate Johnson.
The next player from Manistee, number 22 in your program, but number 1 in your heart, Cody Kangas.
Next player from Rapid River, number 92, Tyler Keel.
Next player from Rudyard, Pete Wahlor, number 29.
Next player from Rapid River, Dustin Lovell, number 17.
Next player from Nagani, number 56, Josh McDonald.
Next player from St. Agnes, number 58, Derek Marshall.
Next player from Rapid River, number 33, Derek McCarty.
Next player from Gladstone, number 5, Joe Molesky.
Next player, number 54 from St. Agnes, Nick Monty.
Next player, number 88, from Sault Ste. Marie, Nate, a.k.a. Daddy Moran.
Next player from Marquette, number 13, Kevin Nancaro.
Next player from North Central, number 16, Garrett Nowak.
Next player from St. Agnes, number 80, James Peterson.
The next player from Marquette, Mike Potes, number 7. The next player from Pickford, number 69, the sexy man, Jordan Potter.
The next player from Escanaba, number 11, Max Skradsky.
The next player, wide receiver, number 21, from North Dickinson, Damian the Hammer Smith.
This is the next page. Next person, Sheldon Casey from Cedarville, number 52. I don't want to do it. Have a nice speech.
Introducing the next player, number 1 from Sault Ste. Marie, J.P. Terrio. The next player is number 62, the immovable John Troyer from Engadine.
Our next player, number 3 from North Central, Brian Beeson.
And we are the East UP All-Star Team.
Many organizational things also, and I don't want to admit her because our wives know what that's like. So, the other thing I would like to do is thank all of you for being here, because these young men that are going to be suited up on Saturday have been extremely great athletes and great individuals. They are respectful, they intermingle with each other. Their camaraderie this week has been second to none. And that's both sides. I see the guys even intermingling with each other across the border between West and East. And it really comes from home. Not really. Nate's over there, and you know, we got Nate on the East, and we got Coling over here from Lance, and those two guys are probably our most vocal players, and you'll probably hear a lot from them on Saturday. But they've learned a lot from home, and all they've done is taken what they've learned all of the years from their parents and brought it here, and it's been a wonderful experience. So thank you to the parents for allowing us to spend a week with your children, and hopefully that game on Saturday is going to be a good one for all of us to see. Starting off with our coaches is probably one of my best friends, our defensive guru from Forest Park, Dave Graff.
This next coach I played football with about 20 years ago in college. He was high intensity then, he is high intensity now. From Iron Mountain, Scott, high octane body.
I'm going to introduce the next coach is Mr. Andy Crouch from the shores of beautiful Torch Lake and Lake Linden Hubble Lakes. Andy Crouch.
Next one is another friend of mine, assistant coach at Lake Linden, Jamie Koskela.
The next coach coaches at Lawrence High School, and it'd be Mark Leaf.
I'd like to introduce the first player, number 56 from Stevenson, Chris Beardsley.
The next player is number 4 from Calumet, Emmett Bajan.
Our next player is Adam Bortz from Stevenson, number 36. The next player is Pat Bray from Norway, number 83.
Next player is Garrett Burns, number 33 from Ewan Trout Creek.
Next player is from Kingsford, number 72, Chris Carlson.
Next player is number 69, stronger than an ox, Matt Cowling from Lawns.
From Stevenson, number 57, Cody DeKing.
Next player from Berga, number 55, Tony DiCarlo.
The next player, number 60, from West Iron County, Jake Dobson.
Next player, number 24, from Kingsford, Josh Rosie.
The next player from Wakefield Marinesco, number 7, Marcus Dunbar.
Next player from Menominee, Matt Eisenzoff, from number 35.
Next player is number 22 from Lakeland Hubble, Michael Goldsworthy.
Next player, number 54 from Lawrence, Mike Griffin.
Next player from Bessemer is number 29, Pat Hampston.
Number 10, from Houghton, Dustin Harris. Number 52, from Iron Mountain, Sam Hank. The next player is number 75 from Menominee, Don Jones. Next player from Ewan Trout Creek is Stephen Josma, number 8.
Next player, number 12, from Calumet, Nick Koskanimi.
Next player is number 27 from Crystal Falls Forest Park, Kyle Levesque.
The next player from Ewan Trout Creek is Chase Leska, number 81.
The next player from America,
Jordan Mackey, number 44.
Next player from Stevenson, number 76, Dylan Matthews.
Next player, Jamie Matson from West Iron County, number 28.
Next player, Nick Miskovich, the Dancing Bear from Trail Creek.
Next player for nominee number 21, David Oshis.
Next player from Stevenson, Michigan, number 6, Brent Parrott.
Next player from Iron Mountain, number 14, Ryan Pepin.
From Norway, number 25, Ryan Krzyzewski. From Forest Park, number 34, Eric Peterson. From Calumet, number 26, Sam Peterson.
Next player from nominee, number 86, Trevor Powell.
Next player from Forest Park, Kyle Roberts, number 13.
Next player, number 53, from Kingsford, Paul Santi.
Player, number 15 from nominee, D. Ethan Shaver.
From Forest Park, number 9, Alex Scholander. From Lawrence, number 79, Tom Simonson.
From Kingsford, number 20, Dan Showquist.
The next player for Montagnoggan, number 99, Tim Tucker.
From Forest Park, number 42, Tim Wheeler.
The next player from a nominee, number 89, Cody Woods.
The next and final player from Norway, Kyle Zweifel, number 45. We are the West UP All-Star football team.
On behalf of Dickinson County Healthcare System, to introduce someone who truly needs no introduction, I'm sure, to anyone in this room. Our speaker tonight is a native of Iron Mountain, Steve Mariucci. He's a former NMU Wildcat, NCAA champion and All-American quarterback. Steve has been a football coach for over 30 years, starting here at NMU as alma mater. He's had college experience with Cal State Fullerton, Louisville, USC Trojans, and the University of California Golden Bears. His NFL experience includes stints with the St. Louis Rams, the Green Bay Packers, San Francisco 49ers, and the Detroit Lions. It's a lot of jobs, Steve. Before Steve comes up to speak, I invite you to enjoy the Emmy Award-winning ESPN production, Father Figure.
The head coach is an authority figure to his team, but to his own family, he's often an absent figure, working 180 days straight during the NFL season. Not exactly a picture-perfect life.
Let's say they were going to make a movie of your life. Would it be a comedy, an adventure, a drama? Would definitely be G-rated, we know that.
Yeah, I have a boring life.
Life for Steve Mariucci is a thrill a minute. Even his own family is entertained by his energy and enthusiastic spirit. That's how he's always been.
Football was always his first love. In fact, I remember he was about 9, that's when Little League starts, and I said, Steve, why don't you try out for Little League baseball?
League's MVP. Mariucci became known as a player's coach, and in 1997 was named head coach in San Francisco.
Now let's get to where we're going now. Let's get to where we're going. We got a good individual period coming here. No, all the way around.
And I believe in that. I believe that there's no reason to procrastinate or wait or build for the future so we can win another Super Bowl 5 years from now. Jerry Rice doesn't want to hear that. You want to do it now. You want to do it tomorrow. You want to do it this year.
Please join me in welcoming from the north side of Iron Mountain, by way of California, our own Steve Mariucci.
Thank you. That was about 25 pounds ago, huh? And some gray hair since then. Thanks for being here, everybody. There's so many people that I should thank and acknowledge. And I look in the back. Did you guys notice I had my Northern Michigan sweatshirt on?
Yep. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Bernie Anderson, the head coach at Northern Michigan University, is back here in the back. Bernie, say hello to everybody. Thanks for allowing us to use your facilities here. Everybody shut their cell phones off? I would fine guys $1,000 if phone beeped in a meeting. Hey, how about Gordy LeDuc, one of my basketball coaches growing up at Iron Mountain High School, a junior year. Gordy LeDuc's been in Marquette for a lot of years, one of my great mentors, Gordy LeDuc in the back. I just want to say thanks to Todd. Where'd Todd go? Great job, Todd. If it's not for you, this doesn't happen. And Excel Sports Training we just take our hat off to what you're trying to accomplish. Hopefully this will continue for many years. You guys are kind of the pioneers. Hasn't happened since, what, 51? Was anybody here for that? So this is a great thing. I hope you guys are having a good time. Thanks to the sponsors, Dickinson County Health. It's awesome that you're doing something like this. Thanks to the coaches that are taking away their time from the summer. The beneficiaries for this, the UP Sports Hall of Fame. Some of you guys might be in the UP Sports Hall of Fame someday. Some of you coaches might be in the UP Sports Hall of Fame. You know, they give away scholarships every year, and some of the benefactors will be those scholarship kids next year. So just know that you're not going to get in the Hall of Fame because of one All-Star game. It's a body of work, isn't it? It's a body of work. But somebody in here is going to do that someday soon. So keep up the good work. The end beneficiary is, you know what? The Beacon House. The Beacon House. And if you don't know about the Beacon House, let me tell you what it is. When you have a family member that's very sick, needs hospital attention right now, and you need a place, the Beacon House has done that for Upper Michigan for years. Did it for my family when my mom passed away. So, thank you from the Beacon House, because we can't raise enough money for that place. At some point, we're all going to use it, whether it's for a mom or dad or a friend or somebody you know. So continue always, please, to support the Beacon House, okay? It's where people stay. It's convenient, it's awesome, it's very welcoming, and when you have people that you love that are having a rough time, you may need it at some point. Okay? All right. I need to congratulate you guys again. I just took my hand off over there. And some of you guys are stand-up comedians now, you know. At some point. But congratulations to all of you guys. Congratulations, not just for being good enough to be a football all-star, all right, and excel on the football field. But you know what? What I'm hearing, you're pretty darn good student athletes. Most have over 3-point GPA here. And believe me, it's called student athlete for a reason. Have you heard of it as like jock, student, or athlete first? No, it's student athlete. So keep that in mind, okay? So as you go forward into your academic career, keep that priority, please. But congratulations on all you guys. For the most part, everybody's over 3.0, done a very, very good job, and make it a very important part of your life. I want to congratulate the parents. I know what it's like being a parent in this day and age, okay? It's a little more challenging, isn't it? And you guys have done a great job with these young men. And I never know what to call guys. I call them kids, I call them young men. They're just guys, they're still kids. My kids are in college and out, and they're still kids. Sometimes there's a kid in all of us, aren't there? But I just want to congratulate you for keeping these kids on the right track, not just as an athlete, and not just as a student, but as a good kid that's got some direction and some ambition and has some sort of intrinsic motivation to be somebody. So congratulate the parents. You guys give your mom and dad a hand, okay? Always, guys, ask. Okay, so here's what I would do. Stand up. Whose phone is that? And I don't care if it was Steve Young or Jerry Rice or some stupid rookie. Whose phone was that? $1,000 fine. Always take advice from your mom and dad or grandparents. Always ask advice. If you're going to remember anything out of this little talk tonight, that's the one. Ask advice of your parents. Let me tell you a quick story. I went to school here. I've been in this room many times. The first week of training camp, you know how Hell Week is, 2 days and all that. You know how that is. I wanted to go home. I went to Iron Mountain. I didn't want to go away to school downstate. I didn't want to be far away. I'm a homebody, okay? Like some guys are. I called up my dad, and I said, Dad, I don't like football anymore. I don't want to be here. I'm out. I'm no good. I can't do this. It's not for me. I'll come home. I need to come home. Please come and get me. And he tried to talk some sense into me via the telephone. There were no cell phones in those days that would go off in your meetings. But he drove up. I met him at the curb over there by West Hall. I had my bag packed. I'm leaving. I'm out. I had one of those suitcases that, you know, if you bumped it, it opened, so you wrapped it around with rope. And I was on the curb. I'm waiting for him, and it couldn't get there soon enough. I needed to go home. I was very distraught. And he came to the Marquette, and he said, let's go back into your dorm room and let's talk about this. So he asked me, what don't I like? What, you know, how do you feel? Why do you feel this way? And then he convinced me to go talk to the coaches. Coach Sandona, Coach Ray Drake, Coach Taylor. And they didn't know I was this distraught. I was done, mentally done. And they just said, Steve, you know, just stay one more day. You know, and I said, I can't do this. They said, yeah, you can. You're good enough to do this. And I said, I am? You never said that to me before. I was never told that before. I didn't know I could do this. Coaches, Bill, Jeff, sometimes a pat on the back to a kid goes a long way. Complimenting a freshman might keep him in your program. Giving him a pat on the back, even if you yell at him for an hour. On the way out, give him something that he can chew on and he feels good about himself. Because I didn't feel good about myself when I was out. And they said, you know, you're going to play here someday. Just stick it out. So I didn't want to, but I did. And one day turned into 2 days. And 2 days got to the weekend. And I still didn't want to be there, but the weekend turned into school starting. And then pretty soon you meet a friend and another friend and determine who you're going to room with. And then it's okay, because then the co-eds show up. And then it gets a little better. And you grow up a little bit. And one thing leads to another. The point is this. The point is this. If I wanted out, and if my dad would have let me out, I don't know what I would have been doing right now. I don't know. I'd like to think I would be successful at something. A shoelace retipper or something. I don't know. And so, your parents are the ones who love you the most. When you ask advice from your parents, they're going to give you some good advice. Or your grandparents, or the people that look out for you. take note of what they say. So that they love you the most, and you know they know you the best. They know you the best. Sometimes they know you better than you know yourself. And it took my dad to come up and tell me that, hey, you love football all your life. Why, after 4 practices, you don't change your mind? Are you kidding me? Okay? I'm going to reiterate that later on. We're here to celebrate the UP football. Not just you guys as all-stars, but really UP football. Because it was mentioned earlier. You guys know we've had 19 state champs. 19 state champions since we started playing this thing off. When I played for Iron Mountain, there were no championship games or playoff games. Started a couple, 3 years later. And how about, and then 43 teams from the UP, 43 teams have been to the finals. Whether it's Ford Field or Silverdome, 43 teams. Guys, that's way out of proportion. What are there, 600 teams down there? And does anybody know 40 teams up here? It's way out of proportion. So UP football, believe me, is alive and well. How about Forest Park? Where are you guys? 11 times to the finals. Where are you guys? Stand up. Awesome. How about Menominee? 3 times champs. Where's Menominee? Can they win it again? Where's Coach Hofer? These schools have won it 3 times each. How about Norway, Iron Mountain, Ishpeming, Lake Linden? They've won it twice. That's pretty darn good representation, man. And I'm really proud of you. When you go down there, those guys from downstate, they know they're in a dogfight. Oh yeah, they might have the receiver that's going to Michigan, and they might have that guy that's going over someplace else. That's okay. One guy doesn't win a game, right? You guys have done well and represented your schools and this Upper Peninsula. Just, I hope you guys are proud Upers, are you?
Yeah.
How proud are you? Does anybody have one of these ties? I was given this tie clip. You want to touch it? I was given this tie clip by Gildo Canelli, who was the athletic director when I was here, 1979, on my way out the door when I left to go to Fullerton. And it was kind of a thank you, a good luck little thing. And I would wear this on trips. And the guys would go, Coach, what is that? And this is what we think of downstate Michigan, right?
If you play football, we've all played basketball, track, baseball, wrestling, bocce ball, ski jumping. We're athletes, guys. We're gym rats. We're active, right? Everybody in here. But in football, because it's the ultimate team sport, it really is. Okay? Tell Izzo, more importantly than basketball and all those other team sports that are fine. But football, because of the numbers, because of the differences in the positions, it's so broad in its range of what's required to put a team together. So many people and personalities. It's the ultimate team sport. So what you learn in football, if you excel in football, if you're a leader in football, if you train for football, if you sacrifice for football, it's a good start, guys. It's a good start for what life's going to bring you. There's some life lessons that occur in football. You learn to work, you learn to sacrifice. You got to get to bed earlier than some of your friends, right? You learn how to eat and how to drink and how to hydrate so you don't cramp up. And you learn how to be a teammate. You learn how to be a teammate. My opening speech to any football team was I expect everybody to be on time and be a great teammate. I had to repeat that a couple times to T.O. Be a great teammate. Because the team concept is a little bit like the family concept. A little bit like the family concept, isn't it? Some of you guys are going to continue playing in college. That is awesome. I hope you don't go through that training camp blues like I did, but if you do, fight through it. Some of you may not, but I hope everybody in here will learn some of these life lessons and apply them to your future that you've learned from football. I've been a lucky guy, very lucky. I've coached 15 years in the NFL, I've coached 15 years at the university level. I loved every bit of it, every bit of it. I've coached dozens of high school camps in the summers, guys your age. You know what I did last weekend? I've coached my backyard, my kids this big, right? You know, you do that as a dad when you can. I've coached this past weekend in a football camp at Valley Christian High School, where my son now is a coach and athletic director and teacher. It was for Down syndrome kids. It's the only one of its kind in the country. And as you know, Down syndrome kids have Special Olympics and they have all kinds of other sports available, which are so much fun for them and so necessary. But this school started football last year. I think we're probably going to have it on the NFL Network next year because it was that intriguing, that much of a human interest story. These kids, from 13 years old to 35 years old, I've never felt so much joy from watching kids in a football camp. No pads, and just shorts, and they love life, and they love football, and they're knowledgeable, and they enjoyed every second of being in the locker room, and they had cheerleaders, and it was flag football, and they were jumping on the dummies and tackling each other and high-fiving and cabbage patch, and it was that kind of a place, and it was just, it brought tears to my eye. Those kids taught us more about life than we could ever teach them about football, ever. They kept it fun. They kept it a game, okay? And I don't care what level you are, if you're pro, college, or Pop Warner, midget league, it doesn't matter, all right? Keep it fun. I had a guy named Brett Favre, that guy kept it fun. You know that. That's why he was not just good for the Packers. A lot of Packer fans in here? Yeah. Maybe he comes back, I don't think so. But he kept it fun in meetings, he kept it fun on the practice field, he kept it fun on the game, he carried players off, he was messing around, he kept it a game, didn't he? He kept it a game. That's why the National Football League loved having him in uniform, because he's good for little kids watching. This is how you play the game. And keep it away from the business side of it, and the serious side of it, and the gambling side of it, and all those other things that we don't really particularly care for. Keep it a game. Enjoy the journey. And I hope you guys keep it that way, whether you continue to play or play intramurals. Football is a game. Bill Walsh told me many times, it's not war. Steve, this is not war. You know what war is. You know what war is. Baghdad and Gettysburg and war is not this. This is a sport. This is football. It's a sport. It's a game with rules and cheerleaders and Friday night lights with sportsmanship. So please, guys, keep it that way. Okay? Keep it that way. I've had experience from the coaching all the way up to the Hall of Famers. And I don't know if I prefer one, but let me tell you quickly about the National Football League. And every now and then it's in the news where some guy's trying to be something different, all right? But the National Football League, I'm really proud to, whether it's the network or the sideline or whatever it is, to be a part of it. Did you know that the National Football League, the logo that the National Football League chose, is patterned really after the American flag? Okay? It's red, white, and blue. It's got stars and stripes. It represents, the National Football League represents men and women from every state. It's really our national pastime. Baseball is not. People watch it around the world, all right? Just like the American flag. Like the American flag. You know that American flag flies in front of every school and public building in this country. That national anthem, you're going to hear it on Saturday. That's played before every high school, college, and pro game, any sport. That flag, I hope you're proud of that flag, guys, because it's saluted by the guys and gals who defend this country. It's folded on the caskets of the guys and gals who died defending our freedom, the flag. So I hope that when it's time for the national anthem, coaches, I would have my guys practice what we do on the sideline. You know, where you sit, where you come off, you drink this, you sit here, talk to your coach, let's practice pregame warm-up. You'll line up for the national anthem. Take your helmet off and be at attention, because it's a privilege to be in this country with the freedoms that we have. today. I hope you guys are proud every time you have a chance to hear that national anthem. And I know that it's a privilege for these guys to be in the National Football League, representing not only the league, but this country. I chose football, guys, just like you did. And there's a lot of things I love about it, and it's not just Brett Favre and Steve Young and all these guys, you know. It's not just that. You know what I love most about football? What intrigues me the most? Because we talked about what kind of lessons you might learn that benefit you going forward in your lives. The huddle. Good ask. What? The huddle. Every time I stood there, it was the Los Angeles Rams. Every time I stood there, wherever I coached, I would look into that huddle, just watch it before the quarterback got to play or the linebacker got to play. And I would look at that huddle. And if you don't learn life lessons about that, then you're brain dead. You know why? Because here's what it is. Write this down. You get 11 guys. You get 11 guys bunched together. Sometimes you hold hands. Sometimes you crowd it in because you want to eliminate all the distractions. Sometimes you're getting booed. Sometimes it's snowing. Sometimes it's loud. So you want to just focus. Just us. There's white guys. There's black guys. There's Hispanic guys. Everybody's in there. There's guys from the city. There's guys from the farmland. There's guys from three-car garage guys, from well-to-do families. There's guys from the ghetto. There's older guys. There's younger guys. There's guys with families. Some are wet behind the ears. Some have businesses on the side and have 3 kids. And they're all different shapes and sizes, aren't they? They're from the north. They're from the south. They're from the UP. They're all from everywhere in that huddle. Catholic guys. There's Mormon guys. Jewish, Muslim, Protestant. There's everybody. Very ethnically and culturally diverse. Very culturally diverse. They're all in there. Well, there's some discussion, isn't there? Brief discussion. And then mostly they listen. Learn to listen. Learn to listen. And then they take instructions from the leader. Usually the quarterback or that linebacker making the call. And when they understand the instruction and understand what to do, they fight with enthusiasm and get up to the line of scrimmage. With one common goal, with one single purpose, and you know what it is? To win the down. That's all it is. Win the down. Well, sometimes you succeed. Sometimes you don't. But you always what? Get back up and get in that huddle. Now, wouldn't it be cool? Wouldn't it be neat if families could huddle up just a little more often? I don't know where. Is it breakfast? Is it dinner? Is it in your backyard? Families huddle up more often together with some focus, without distractions, and talk about the plan. How's school today? How's the girlfriend? Let's talk about college. What do you think you might want to be someday? Where do we want to go on vacation? When did you clean out the garage? Talk about the plan. Do you know, guys, that the average dad in this country talks to their teenage kids 2.5 minutes a day? That's it. 2.5 minutes of conversation per day with our teenagers. Well, I didn't believe that. I didn't make that up. I didn't believe that. So I tried to take note. And saying, hi, how you doing? How's school? You doing good? Good. That's 8 seconds. All right? Sitting there watching NFL Network is not conversation. All right? 2.5 minutes a day. please parents, take note on how much we have conversation with our kids and how much we huddle up with our families. There's 44,000 high school dropouts every year. Wouldn't it be great if our teachers or our coaches or our parents and our students could huddle up more often? So keep that huddle in mind, because it represents what's important going forward. You've got a lot of different types that are after one common thing, just like your family. So keep it that way. I hope you guys enjoy football as much as I do. It's been good to me, and it's been good to you. And I hope you've learned some lessons that you can kind of take with you. I hope, too, that you will ask advice of mom and dad often. I do it now, and I'm old. And I hope you have a great week and have a great game. And I just want to say congratulations one more time to you guys. Congratulations to the parents, too. And I want to thank you for allowing me to be a small part of your evening. Thanks.
Steve, thank you so much for being here and allowing us to have you here. It was a great evening. Feel free to, that ends the presentation for tonight. Feel free to stay, mingle, talk to the kids. We've got a couple more days to go. We've got the traveling trophy right up here that one of the winning teams will take with them, and they will be able to pass that along to all the other schools from either the East or the West throughout the season, so they can pass it from school to school. Each year we'll continue to put those scores from this All-Star game on it. Also up on display in front by the trophy is the UP All-Star ring, which the only people from now and forever that will ever get to have one of those rings are these players and these coaches. And next year it'll be the same. Doesn't have to be now, it doesn't have to be 10 years from now, but forever. If these guys ever want to do that, they can have that and they'll be the only ones. So thank you very much for coming. Again, we appreciate all your support.
So your first and last name for me? Spell your last name.
Nick Monty, M-O-N-T-I-E.
Alright, so just talk a little bit about how this experience has been for you and what you got from the speech tonight by Coach Mariucci.
The experience up here has been great. You get to meet a bunch of new people that you want to meet out of your conference or teams that you play against. Getting to hang out with everybody and knowing their different styles of play and teams they compete against, it's really fun. Hoping to go out and just kick the East team, or the West team, that is.
And so, do you have anything to say about the speech tonight by Coach, or what you got from it?
I thought it was really good. Really, I think it motivated our team. I've been a Lions fan for a while now, so even though they're in a drought, but I think he's a really good speaker and he knows how to motivate teams and want them to win.
All right. Alright, so first last name and spell your last name.
Joe Jenkins, Jenkins.
So, talk about your thoughts, what you're getting from this experience and overall feelings about it.
Well, this experience has been awesome. Just a bunch of different kids from all different kinds of areas meeting. We've only known some of these kids for about 3 days now, and we're already pretty much just all best friends, and it's just been a lot of fun.
So, anything that you picked up from this speech by Coach Mariucci tonight that will help you in your future in football?
Well, being that he's from the UP, I think that he relates to all of us. I mean, he's not from a small town, but he's from a smaller town, so we all just kind of look up to him and he's a role model, and I think he really motivated the team.
Somebody's been eating this.
Yeah, they're old. But, so just a little bit about your speech on over some of the main topics or main reasons you did this for players and what you wanted them to pull out of it.
I did this because they asked me to do it. and I feel honored that they asked me. I'm excited for this game. This is a long time coming because there's some real good football that's played here in the UP. Very, very good teams that have done very well in state competition. We all know that. 19 champions over the years, and that's amazing. So to start this all-star game and get people here on campus at Northern Michigan University, a lot of parents and some athletes and some and then there's camps, and then there's the combine, and then of course the game on Saturday. There's a lot of great things here happening right here at Northern, but it's really to celebrate UP football because it's pretty darn good.
All right, so first question is, how do you feel being invited to this event and how it's been so far with everybody?
Well, this event has been awesome. I almost bailed out on the chance to come here, and I'm so happy that I came here. It's been awesome. I met a lot of new people. Those Crystal Falls guys, I mean, they're just fun, you know. Football, you hate everyone. I mean, if they're not on your team, you hate them, and now they're on your team, so and you get to know them, and they're just a great bunch of guys.
So the speech tonight by Coach Mariucci, is there anything significant you pulled out of it that may help you in your future in football?
Oh yeah, it was great for him to come here, and I thought it was a great speech, and I like his thing on his tie there. That was really cool. The big Upper Peninsula thing and the small Lower Peninsula thing. That's really cool, and it's cool that he's from up here. He's from Northern.